Sometimes the best meals are those meals which they just are unplanned and they come at the spur of the moment. Julie and I were driving back from Leicester. We went to visit my son Roberto and his girlfriend G, as they purchased an old house, and we've been doing lots of DIY work there. And we were traveling back, 3.5 hours drive, and what do you do when you travel? You talk. And I like to talk about food. So bearing in mind that we've been working really hard, I wanted to have an easy meal tonight, and I decided that I'll do one of the easiest dinners ever, roast chicken. And this is very much something, the spur of the moment, discussed in the car. So we stopped at the supermarket, we went to Lidl's, which is not far from where we live, and we bought some goodies as we've been away for 5 days. And we decided that chicken is going to be. And I think that actually chicken and pork are some of the best meat you can buy in terms of both affordability, because actually they are relatively cheap in the context of price of food. But also you can actually just chuck them in the oven, do nothing at all to them, and they will taste absolutely delicious. So if you just keep it very simple when you're cooking either chicken or pork, you will end up with a very delicious meal. I will be keeping it simple today, but I will be doing just a little marinade so that it gives me a little bit of flavor. So I just added some lemon and olive oil, and this is chopped rosemary, fresh chopped rosemary from the garden. A little salt, I will add 1/2 teaspoon, and over here I've got some pepper, so I'll go and grab the pepper. That was 1/2 lemon, by the way. And so this is the marinade for the chicken, very simple. And I'm going to just give it a little mix like this, and this is ready. Then the lemon I've got here, I've got a plan. I've also went in the garden and got some potatoes, which I'll do as a side dish. This is a little bit of a, if I can call it, monkey onion. We've been away for a few days.
Is that one from my garden?
No, it's not from the garden. It's
Thank
from
the Lord.
under the stairs. So I want to use it up. So I'm going to show you what I do. Here is my chicken sitting merrily waiting in there. I'm going to pick it up, and I'll go and get my, where is the onion gone? I lost it.
Is there?
Where?
Look, this is
Sorry.
him doing his man look.
So here's my onion. It goes inside my lemon, or my 1/2 lemon, and I'll put it inside the chicken over there. And then I've got the other 1/2 lemon, which is still whole. I'll put it here. And here is the marinade I just made, and I'll put it on top of my chicken. Just
It
like
smells so lovely already.
this. I know. Turn it around. I'll do the back as well. All of it goes inside, and I'll just cover it up, and I'll go and wash my hands, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. So my chicken weighs just under a couple of kilos, and as a rule I tend to roast it for 20 minutes per 500 grams, so that will be a total of 80 minutes for this particular chicken, covered in tin foils. And then for a further 20 minutes, but without the tin foil on top. So the total cooking time is going to be 1 hour and 40, is that right? 1 hour and 40, including the last 20 minutes. Mine is a fan assisted oven, temperature will be 170. If you've got a normal conventional oven, not fun, up it to 190. I'll put this in the oven, and then I'll show you what to do with the potatoes.
We're back, everybody, and just to say that there's been a bit of a pause because I've managed to muck up the camera, but we're back.
We are back, yes. Not that people would know any difference, though, but we'd be very honest with you. How do you cook your chicken? Do you have a preferred way on how you roast it? Clearly, everybody's got their own little secrets. Share it with me. Put it in the comments. It'd be interesting to see if there is anything you do different that I could try. And this channel is about learning and sharing, so if you got a secret recipe about your chicken, please let me know. I'm peeling some potatoes, and as I said to you before, I want to do this very simple, keep it very simple. These are from our garden, and if you look, some of them are a little bit on the monkey side, because
Yes, that's a technical term, manky.
Because they are organic, we don't put any pesticide, so this bit will have to come off.
He's been partially nibbled, I think, by a slug, which is always lovely.
Time, yes. So I'm just doing enough potatoes for 2 people, as it is Julie and I. And here we are. I've peeled them up, and I have got a little original idea tonight, just to keep it very simple. I'll chop them into little pieces, and I am going to cut them lengthwise, just like this.
Oh, in cubes. I like it when they're in cubes.
I'm doing them in cubes, but also fairly small cubes, because I will be partly cooking these in water first, and then those last 20 minutes when the chicken will be browning up is when I'm going to be adding them in the same tray as the chicken. So just like this, and much simpler than anything else. So here is a pot of water, and I'll place them inside my little pot, and I'll put them on the hob. As soon as they start boiling, I'll turn them down on medium so that they don't get too fluffy. I just want to be soft, almost cooked, but not too fluffy. That is another technical word. In the meantime, I'll share with you my little marinade, which will go on top of my potatoes, but also on top of the chicken, because once as cooked, I will be refreshing the flavors. So if you look on inside this little basket, these are heads of garlic, which are from our garden. Julie has dried them up. They're not very big, but they are incredibly tasty. And I'm going to use an entire little head as it is. I'll put it inside my little crusher, and I'll just extract all of the garlic first. And if you look, there isn't a lot there. It's the equivalent almost probably of a good couple of cloves.
Not enough water in my garden this year, I'm afraid, even though I was watering stuff, but never mind. It's been a dry summer in the UK.
The flavour is what matters.
Yeah.
Back to my rosemary, and again I will be chopping this in little pieces like I did before with the chicken. So I'm not gonna go mad, just relatively little pieces, as it will stick to my potatoes better. And this is not too dissimilar to what I've already made with the chicken, but the difference being that I will not be adding any lemon, so just some olive oil and some pepper. I will leave the salt, as I will be salting them at the end if necessary.
Did you put some salt in the chicken?
Yeah. Also, I put some salt in the chicken, so it will need some salt on the potatoes, but not until the end. I haven't cooked for 5 whole days, by the way. I was saying to Julie that I was getting a little bit of, what do you call, withdrawal syndrome syndrome in the car. And I realized how much I enjoy cooking. Also, obviously, since I launched the channel, how much I enjoy videoing when I cook and sharing my recipes. It's quite weird, actually. I really was looking forward to cooking and making a video again. So here are my potatoes, and if I show you what I mean, they are good enough to eat, but they're just on the harder side, but you could eat them as they are. So I just added some smoked paprika, and I'll give everything a good mix. Maybe using a fork might be better. And you do not have to add paprika, by the way, but I do like the smokiness, especially because this is smoked. I'm going to add a little bit more, actually. There.
We've been eating spicy all week, haven't we? Because Roberta's been cooking.
Yeah, my son actually is an excellent cook. He has been cooking spicy food, curry. They live in Leicester, and there is lots of curry dishes that they eat, and quite clearly culturally that is what people tend to use a lot. Anyhow, ensure that you do this when potatoes are lovely and hot, because all of the ingredients will really fuse together. And I've got a little cover here, and I'll wait until the chicken is done for 80 minutes, and then I'll add them on top, and I'll show you what it looks like then. See you in a little while. Bye bye. Smell is good, the noise is absolutely wonderful. So time to go to the next stage. Remove the tin foil, and here it is, looking beautiful. And let's have a look at the lemon. It's given some juices also, which is perfect. So I'm going to move him to the middle of the tray first, so that it is central. And I'll start with the potatoes, and they've been cooling down, so I'll just pick them up and gently put them around the tin, all over really, so that they absorb some of the liquid also from the chicken. I'll keep the sauce as I will need in a moment. I've got some tomatoes on the vine over here, so I'll just chop it. Couple. Where is my knife gone? I keep losing things today here. And I'll just do a little cross over here and over here, and same here. And they can go inside. I'll make a little space inside with my chicken. And I did say that I was going to be renewing the flavor on top of the chicken, so all of this beautiful marinade can go on top of my chicken, and it'll be ready to go back in the oven in a moment. And as I've got some tomatoes here, I'll put some in there also. Why not?
Why not?
And it's ready to go back in 20 minutes, same temperature, and hopefully it will be ready. See you then. And it's crackling one more time. This time we're ready to eat. Oh, look at that beautiful color. It's amazing how much difference it makes that 20 minutes in the oven. By the way, golden rule with chicken: pierce it and push it to see if the juices are clear. You can see mine are absolutely crystal clear, so that means as long as they're not pink, it's cooked. Just tilt your tray and pick some of those lovely juices and ensure that goes on top of the chicken, and it will make it even tastier and moisture, of course. And don't forget to do the tomatoes, of course. Do you ever put lemon inside chicken? I think it's a fantastic thing to do, because it adds so much more flavor. It's a very simple thing to do, but incredibly tasty. And I'll just show you the inside, perfectly cooked. So that's my lemon, can go away. And let's have a look at the meat. Wow, lovely and moist.
Lovely.
And there's only one thing left to do, and I'll do this. But also, I'm going to be a little bit naughty today.
It's going to be piping hot.
It's going to be piping hot. It's a bit big also. But we're starving. I've got no words. It's hot, but it's delicious. Honestly, if you have not made it like that before, try. Give it one shot, and you will not be disappointed. It's absolutely delicious. Very simple, very quick. Well, quick in terms of preparation time, but chicken does its own thing in the oven. Try. Arrivederci, grazie, and buon appetito. Ciao.